Nowadays, there's so much talk about things like the Illuminati and the occults and magic. And I always find it such a shame that there's such a negative connotation to it and a lot of assumptions and misinformations and things twisted and omitted and turn around and just blah to the blah 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 by people who don't know what they're talking about, who are not part of that world, who are not born into a bloodline, an occult bloodline, who are not about that life. So I thought it would be a good time now to shed some light and give you a little bit of perspective on what it's like to actually be someone like myself who was actually born into an occult old world bloodline, because I was born into an actual occult old world bloodline in Haiti. I was born into a bloodline filled with voodoo, ungan, mambo, which means ungan is a male priest shaman and a mambo is a female priest shaman and practitioners all on my maternal side. My great grandmother was the one who passed down and taught the traditions, rituals, règlements, tout bagay to my grandmother and my mother. I myself got my rites of passage and everything directly from my ancestral spirits and the primordial beings that walk with me. So my great grandmother taught my grandmother and my mother, but due to colonizer influence, they left the practice. I still have other family members who are still practicing, and I myself, I'm a little bit different. My consciousness and my energy are of extraterrestrial origin. I was created at a very early ancient point in all of creation. I'll tell my story one day. But for now, know that in this lifetime, this time around, because I've been here before, child, in this lifetime, I was born into an old world occult Haitian bloodline in Haiti, from l'Asile, the mountains of l'Asile, Port-au-Prince. Okay? Emphasis on the old world part because there's a big difference between our old world bloodlines and these new world bloodlines. I'll get into that another time. But you will recognize us by the way that we are somehow always either in positions of influence directly that has influence in some part of this world, or we are behind the scenes influencing those that are in power or have some kind of influence in this world, or we are affiliated with that. When it comes to my bloodline, on my maternal side, it was political in Haiti. We were very politically active family. And when I look at my own path, it's like in the media entertainment sphere as well too. And not all of us are the same, and we are different. There's this misconception that all of the occult is evil and this and that, and I just really want to share parts of my story with you to like I said, just give you a little bit more insight and be a little bit more transparent, because for very good reason, usually you do not speak about such things with people that are mundane. People who are not part of, we're not, at least not initiated. For a good reason. And I'll get into that too, by the way. Yeah, it's quite interesting how the lives of those of us who are born into these bloodlines, these occult bloodlines, and are part of this community, if it's a community, because trust me, we're not all friendly with each other. It's like you and us are on existing on this earth, but the way we go through life, we experience life so differently. Yeah, I think it's a good time now for more of us to be a little bit more transparent about it. Not all the way. There are reasons why we are secretive and why you must be initiated for your own good, believe it or not. I'll dive into that later. So that's what I'll be doing, and also I'll be sharing more of my story. Like, now, because of me being born in a bloodline, in a occult bloodline, I've had certain experiences in life, certain run-ins. For example, one of the things that people talk about a lot these days are secret societies. My uncle was a Freemason. I've had 3 different secret society, like mentors from 3 different societies along my path. There's a lot to say about that too. They track you. Like, there's a lot to say about that too. I just have there's a lot that there's some stuff I definitely can share with you. And my intention is to take away a little bit some of the fear of the occult, because we're entering into a time where a lot of you who are occultly illiterate and are not born into these bloodlines, like, you can really be taken in by people who don't mean you well. And I just want you to have a little bit of insight, also knowledge that there are those of us who actually do mean you well. We are not all the same. Some of us are now getting a bad rep because of certain groups. It's just a mess. But like I said, we're entering a time now where you just don't want to be occultly illiterate. So, as much as I can, I'll try to share some things from my experiences. I think the time is now. So, stay tuned for that. I got a lot of... Girl. If you have any questions about the occult, stuff like that, anything or stuff that you heard or that you would like my perspective on, please comment down below, and I'll see what I can answer for you. All right, until next time. Mwah.